Hi there, beautiful people. How are you doing? It's been a while since I had a sit-down chat video with you because I had a baby. I moved. So there's a lot to talk about. I'm still unpacking. I literally have boxes everywhere. I haven't even finished my bedroom. I just have bare bones pillows and, you know, blankets. It's been crazy. Hubby is out with the kiddos and I have some me time. So I figured I'll come on here to just chat with you while I'm getting dressed. I can answer all your questions you've been asking me on Instagram, on YouTube. It's just been a lot going on and I just figured I'll come on here to chat with you. So let's go ahead and get started. If you do not have a glass of wine, go ahead and grab one because I have one. And I will be enjoying a glass of wine while I get ready and just chat with you. I already have my jewelry on, so that's good. I have my edges slicked back because I'm not gonna come on here looking crazy, even though I need to take these braids out, but I am in Ohio. That's where I am. I have moved to Ohio from New York and I'm in a small town about 45 minutes south of Columbus. It's really cute. It's a cute, quaint little town. But there are not a lot of black hairstylists here. So I'm not just gonna be able to jump in a bus or train or an Uber to go get my hair done like I did in New York. So these braids are gonna stay a little longer until I figure out what I'm gonna do with my hair. So anyway, I digress. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So the very first question that I get on my Instagram a lot these days, I already answered it, is have I moved? Because you guys can see that I have a bigger play area. And I had, okay, first of all, this is not a sponsored video, but if you want to know what products I'm using, I will link it below. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. Yeah. So they used to make a different foundation before, All Day Luminous Foundation. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. And then when my foundation, you know, finished, because I don't use foundation every day, I barely put on makeup, maybe once a week, honestly. I'm only doing this because I'm filming videos and hubby's out with the kids, and then we're gonna go grocery shopping afterwards, and then we're gonna go for a walk, and it's just gonna be like a full day, and I figured why not. So anyway, and I just took out my individual lashes. I just got back from Houston and I got my lashes done while I was there because it was dirt cheap compared to New York and here. There are a couple of eyelash places here, but honestly I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. Also, they're overpriced, so they're probably overpriced and underperforming, so we'll see. But until then, I'll just keep getting my lashes done whenever I go out of town, if there's a nice place, until I find a place. But yeah, so because of that, I just feel like I need to put on some makeup and chat with you. So we moved from New York and we are now in Ohio. Why? Well, New York was getting crazy, honestly, with the crime, and we had 2 children also, and our little town home, you know, in Manhattan was getting too small for both of us. I mean, we had a front yard and a backyard. As you can remember, we had a garden as well, which was nice for a lot of people, but we had 2 small children, and my toddler Leora was getting really antsy, so we needed a lot more space, and she just loves running all around like the backyard and front yard. So it was much needed. But the real reason above all this is my husband is an attending physician, and he got a job at a huge hospital here. They service about 6 different counties, so have high volume. He's an OBGYN, and they really needed a doctor, so we accepted the offer, you know, bought a house, moved our family down, so that's where we are. And it's been a process. Honestly, I still have a lot of boxes, but it's nice because the kids have their own room. We have our room, we have a guest room, then we have a downstairs play area in the basement, and then I also have an office, you know, and a front yard and a backyard, a dining area, an entertainment area, a living room, and a freestyle area. So it's a lot of space for a fraction of what we would have paid in New York. So why not, right? So I did that, and that's where we are. Do I love it? I'm a suburban mom now. You know, I'm gonna pick up an SUV in about a week or 2, but it's not going to be a minivan like a Honda Odyssey or Honda Pilot. Shout out to Honda. Nothing wrong with Honda. I am likely gonna get a Honda, but just not those big, huge Hondas. My ideal mom car though is the BMW X3, but I'm not sure I want it right now. I think I'll just get back driving with the Honda, get a bit more comfortable, and then eventually get the BMW. Anyway, so that's that. And another question I've been getting a lot on my Instagram is whether or not I'm having any more kids. Girl, I just had a baby. He's 4 months old. He's probably gonna be like 6 months old by the time you see this video. I don't know. I had a really traumatic pregnancy. Well, a really difficult pregnancy with both my kids. I was on 4 anti-nausea meds for Gabriel, and I had an emergency C-section for him. I had an emergency C-section for Leo as well, and I was on 3 different anti-nausea meds. It was intense, and I had to go through IVF because you know, things were not happening naturally, and turned out to be that I had long-term complications after having my appendectomy, emergency appendectomy back in 2014. So I had my appendix removed, and then I had complications after that, which basically led me to having complications reproductively. But thankfully IVF worked first try for both kids. So it was a difficult process. IVF isn't easy, it's expensive, it's time consuming. The clinic I went to in New Jersey was one of the best in the country. Not sure that I'll have that here in Ohio. So all those factors put together, and also if you don't know my age, I'm 38 and I'll be 39 later in the year. So if I try to have a baby next year, I'll be 40. I think this is a good place to stop. However, I love kids. I want to have another baby. I hope I can have another baby. I'm hoping for a miracle. I don't know. If God gives me another child naturally, I'll be blessed. But also I have a boy and a girl. What else am I looking for? What else am I trying to get out there? You know, I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to die and kill myself in the process. The worst thing for me was just not having the energy to be able to play with my child, take care of my home, and interact with life when I was pregnant. And that took a toll on me with Gabe's pregnancy. And I don't know that I can do it again. We'll see. We never know. But if at the end of the day, you know, I have 2 kids, I'll be very happy. I'm very pleased with that. My kids are beautiful. They're gorgeous. I love them with every ounce of my being. So I hope that answers your question to an extent, you know. Again, I'm not a makeup professional, so what I'm doing is what I'm doing. If it turns out to be a bit whack, be easy. Don't judge me. Plus, the light here is not perfect. I need to switch out the light bulbs, so you guys will not get it. I do have ring light here that I may need to adjust a little bit, maybe. Is this better? I don't know. Maybe casting a shadow. I'm not sure. Is this better if I need to scoot up closer so you can see me? Okay. Maybe this is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Yeah, so that's where I am, you know, with regard to kids. Someone else asked if I am a stay-at-home mom, if I abandoned my legal career. No, I did not. I'm actually a full-time working from home stay-at-home mom, meaning I have my own law practice. I did somewhat slow down in the beginning of the year in anticipation for the birth of my child and in anticipation of our move, of course. However, I still have my clients. I don't do active litigation as much. I still have some cases being actively litigated, but my focus now is more on counseling clients with compliance with regard to employment law. And I still have my clients. I have my office in New York. I still run the show, but I'm doing it from home. I'm doing it remotely, and I do travel to New York. I will be going back to New York pretty soon to see clients and to handle the business that I have there. I will eventually get incorporated in Ohio. But for now, my focus really is just family, raising my kids, making sure they're okay, making sure my house is okay, my house is situated, making sure my life is good, making sure my family and my health is good. Career is still very much there, but it's in the back burner. Back burner meaning family first, but I still do have my practice. I still counsel clients, I still work with clients. So when do I do this? In between diaper changes, nap time, while I'm carrying the baby, while I'm making dinner, when they're sleeping, literally whenever I have a minute. I have my phone on me all the time. I have my iPad, I have my laptop, and I do the work. And then when I need to hunker down, I go down to my office and I sit there and I draft my letters or my correspondence or my memos or my motion, whatever needs to be done. And some nights I end up staying up a little later, you know, until like 2 or 3 just to get that done, and I'll send it first thing in the morning. Other nights I'm able to go to bed with my family. So yeah, Sometimes I even like handle calls while I'm pumping, literally breastfeeding or doing other things. So my life hasn't changed much, but in that regard, it's just that it's not as intense as it was last year or the year before, because I intentionally started being more selective about the clients that I took on and about the work that I'm conducting. That way I'm not doing a bad job on that end, and also doing a bad job as a mother, you know, doing a bad job parenting. Instead, I am able to handle what needs to be handled. Also, I've like really changed with regard to my makeup. First of all, it was never really like overpowering before. Now, even more so. Like, now it's pretty calm. It's pretty calm. I don't do much. Still the same thing that I do, but I do it so much faster and more efficient. That's why I love the false lashes. Let's see, which other question did I get? When are you getting your first Birkin? I don't know, girl. You and me both. I don't know. I'm ready for my Birkin. I'm ready for my Kelly. Hermes is not ready for me. I don't want to get anything from the secondhand market, even if it hasn't been used, because I want my Hermes history to be reflective of, you know, how I got the items, if you will. But I don't know, Hermes is playing games with me, because the store I used to go to in New Jersey, my SA used to be like, oh no, we don't have anything right now. But then again, I see on Instagram other people going to that same store talking about how lucky they were because their SA got this for them. I'm like, your SA is working with my SA. Why can't we get this done? Like, I know there's bags, I know you have the items, I know you have the product. Why am I on your bottom list? I have an extensive sales history, but I guess I'm not that big of a spender, you know, for them, or whatever it is. And now I've made it worse because, well, first of all, my SA where I truly loved Diana, she was the best, she left. She left during the pandemic to take care of her family, blah, 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 something like that. And then I had to find a new SA, and it was taking me forever to like connect with someone. I eventually kind of connected with this chick over there. And then she's the one constantly telling me all these stories, giving me all the craziness. But I know other people around there are getting bags. And then to make it worse, I've left now. I've left that area. So I can't even like just pop in and say hi. I can still text, but I can't just pop in and say hi. I have to go in whenever I visit New York, and it's a thing, you know. There's no real Hermes store around me, which is why I was kind of upset when I was in Houston, because I wanted to go to the Hermes store there, but I wasn't able to because I had a lot going on, and I just kept putting it off. And then next thing I knew, it was time for me to come back. But anyway, don't know. I don't know, girl. Hopefully I'll get lucky, you know, soon. We are getting a few items for the home. We're getting a couple China. We're getting Hermes China dishware. We are getting a blanket and a couple of other specialty pieces for the home, because we genuinely like that stuff. My husband really likes it. I also have my boots that I want to get for fall, but honestly, I just got a pair of boots recently that was pricey. So I don't know if I really should get, you know, a pair of Hermes boots. It's the Kelly boots, just pretty dope. They're pretty cool, but I'm not sure. It's actually not called Kelly, it's Saint Germain boots, but because it has the Kelly lock, it looks like the Kelly boots. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. That's funny. When am I getting my first Hermes bag? And I honestly don't even want to lie. Honestly, I don't want to have like too many. I just want a couple, like 1 or 2 Birkins, 1 or 2 Kellys, and I think I will be fine. But I don't know. I don't know. I keep thinking I'm hearing my husband back. I keep thinking I'm hearing like the car outside, but it's really just the air conditioning and just my neighbor. So yeah, like I said, I'll be visiting New York City, blah, blah, blah. And we'll see when I get there what I can get, if at all I get anything. It's funny now, I'm now going to be visiting New York City like a lot of other people visit when I used to live there. I lived there for 13 years. Isn't that crazy? Okay. Just so you know, this eyebrow isn't really like glistening, it's just a light, because it's actually like perfect the way I have it done, but it's just a light that's making it look crazy. All right, what about the cookbook? Guys, you guys have to let me know if you want me to do a cookbook for real, because one, I'm no Martha Stewart, so if I do put together a cookbook, you're not going to hear about the differences between a bundt cake and a marble cake, or why a cast iron skillet is better than a regular pan. I don't go behind the science of cooking. I just go based on what feels good, what I know, what I like, what works for me, you know, and it's basically the same recipes that you use, but I tweak them. I add a little, you know, pizzazz. I use some of methods of cooking and some knowledge from my parents, from my African upbringing, to just add a little more pizzazz to it and make it super, super delicious. I already have a name for it. Hubby's gonna do the photography. We have a new kitchen, so I have the setup for it. I just don't know. I just don't want to embark on another project that ends up being futile, you know, and then that's more of me out in the internet. Oh, now I have a cookbook added to my profile and no one's really purchasing it. So I don't know. I do not know, but I will consider it. I'm still thinking about it. Hubby's encouraging me all the time. He's like my biggest fan. Anything I do, he supports 1000%, and I couldn't ask for a better partner, honestly. You know, we put each other first, and that way everybody wins. No one's left behind. We're all in this together. Everybody wins. Everybody's happy. So yeah, house is so quiet. Okay, sorry, I don't know that I can talk while I apply liquid eyeliner. So well, certain things you can do. Maybe I can talk. People who talk while putting on falsies, they are my heroes. They are my heroes. Those people have no fear in the world. They're my heroes. Dash of trophy wife. Feeling like a trophy wife. And that's the snoo, by the way, right by my bed. We're getting ready to start weaning him off the snoo, which is like, oh, sad, but the snoo did what it needed to do, honestly. It was perfect for my son. He loves it, and it helped him sleep, but he's 4 months now. We have to start the process of weaning him off of it. So, yeah, that's quite sad. What's the next question? Have you considered doing YouTube full-time? I have considered being an influencer full-time, but you know, I just don't know that I have the time it takes to do that. Consistency is key, and as you guys know, I go for months sometimes, oops, without even uploading, and I don't feel bad about it, but I don't want it to get to the point where it starts feeling like a job. The moment it starts feeling like a job, then it's like, okay, why? You know, why am I even doing this? Because it started out as fun, and it started out because I had something, I felt like I have things to share. I have a unique take on life. At least that's what I felt at that time. I don't know what's going on right now, but I felt like, you know, it'll be fun for people to see a Black lawyer living in New York City who's all about family and love and little love for luxury and just living life and just helping and hoping to inspire, you know, younger girls out there that you can do it. You can live your life on your terms, and you can be successful, and you can be an attorney or doctor, pharmacist, accountant, whatever you want to be. All that's possible. Representation is key, because I used to love watching YouTube, but I never really saw people who looks like me. Patricia Bright, Nitra B, and then Adana David were like the only 3 bloggers at that time when I started. I think Jackie I know, but she's beauty, and Patricia is more beauty, and those 3 are kind of like beauty too. I don't know that Adana is really beauty. Anitra is definitely beauty. Patricia was definitely beauty and hair. But anyway, I loved them, and I still do. It was just getting to the point where, you know, be the change you want to see in the world, and I wanted to be the change. I wanted to definitely see someone who looked like me on TV, and I asked around. So I asked on my Instagram and Snapchat back then if they'll be interested in watching my videos, and people kind of said yes, that they would like to see what I had to offer. So I got on it. So making it a full-time gig, I really don't know. Just moisturizing my lip. I don't really have any lipstick around me right now. Maybe I do. Hold on. Yes, I do in here. We're going for this MAC lipstick. It's called DGAF. Don't give a. I'll use that as my base because it's brown and I'm not trying to go for the brown aesthetic. And I put my Hermes light purple over it, which is like Rouge Hermes Rose Velour. So it applies so well. I love, love, love this lipstick. And I always put Burt's Bees first because I feel like it just adds a nice base to my lip. Yay! Let's add some more blush. I feel like the last time I did a video like this was like in 2018. I remember exactly. I was going, oh, I remember. This is good old MAC. This is what, Love Thing. I can't tell you how long I've had this. I cannot tell you how long I've had it. Anyway, last bit, Laura Mercier. I used to use this powder to bake, but now, which powder is this actually? This Maybelline Long Lasting Translucent All Day Setting Powder, but then I put a tiny bit of Laura Mercier if I'm going out or something special. She just like lock it all in. So I'm ready, I'm done. And I think I'm gonna get started on all the things I have going on. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video. I haven't done one of these in a long time, but it was good to chat with you while I was getting my makeup done, give you an update in my life, where I'm moving, where I'm at right now with regards to career, children, life, Hermes. I don't know, but if you have any more questions or you'd like me to do another video like this, you can let me know below and I will probably film one. And I also want to film one with my husband. It's been a while since we had one of those. It's been at least 2 years and they're fun to film. They're a pain to edit, but they're fun to film. So yeah, just let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in my next video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button when you get a chance, and also like, share, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. All right guys, bye.